Head to Vegas, where the Knicks went on a 10-0 run to end the third and start the fourth, never looked back. Jalen named MVP, joining LeBron and Giannis all time.
That's a pretty sick little list.
I know. Wemby was quiet, 18-6, 2 blocks, and only played 25 minutes. Brou, what was your number one takeaway from the cup?
Well, one, let me say this. The news came out that Knicks aren't going to hang the banner.
Yeah.
And I think they should hang the banner. I'm not going to, go get crazy about it.
I am going to get crazy on it, so save that for me.
Oh, okay. Because the Lakers hung a banner. You can hang a banner. But the Knicks, I don't want to take anything from the Knicks. That's not my biggest takeaway. Great win for them. Mm-hmm. I like the Knicks team. I think they're very good. I think they should win the East. Detroit is playing great. So it'll be, I think, Detroit and the Knicks. Cleveland's not playing as well. We'll see if they get it together. Knicks, don't let Cade Cunningham be the latest individual to keep you from the promised land. It's always somebody. It's Jordan. It's Reggie Miller. It's Akeem Olajuwon. It is
Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton, Trae Young. There's always this individual that is a nightmare for the Knicks. Could it be Cade this year? Knicks, don't let it happen. My biggest takeaway is about the Spurs, though.
Okay.
I think at times, and they've proven they're good without Wemby. They went 9-3 without him. And now Dylan Harper's probably a future star.
Great.
I love Stephon Castle. And, Vassell even can play. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox is a star. But they play a lot of times like Wemby's just one of the guys. And I think not all the time, because they do have talent, and I don't want a guy to be ball dominant. But I think there are too many times, there are times they need to play through him. Like, he's just getting the ball like Harper or like Castle. And, he's at the three-point line. That's why the Knicks killed him on the boards yesterday. I think there are times in the game, should be a lot of times, where they say, look, let's play through our best guy. When LeBron and Wade played together in Miami, the first year they didn't win the championship. The second year, Wade said, look, we got to have somebody that we know is the best player, and we play through him. I'm still going to do my thing. I'm still a star, but we're going to play through LeBron. That's what they need to say. Put him at the nail at the free throw line and play through him, certainly at pivotal points in the game, instead of it just kind of being, you get yours, I get mine. We're just kind of playing. That's what I see with them a lot.
I don't know that that's what Wemby wants. Wemby's told everyone. The Spurs play the ethical brand of basketball, the beautiful brand of basketball, the most listen, Wemby, in all his years of NBA wisdom, understands at a deeper level than I guess most what is tactically the best. He said it was the Spurs way. What is, the best approach, everyone else playing a similar style. I think a lot of teams' style is let's get our best player the ball a bunch. He says they're above that. And so I don't know that he thinks they should change styles of basketball. Victor Wembanyama, after the first game of the year, looked like, my God, he might already be the best player in the league. We had a whole discussion about it. He obviously has a seemingly limitless ceiling.
Yes.
He also is not shy on just opining about, the rest of the league. The Knicks offense is not sophisticated like others, but they sure do play tough. It was sophisticated enough to beat you guys last night.
In fairness to him, and I don't want to take anything from the Knicks, but he was on a minutes restriction.
He was on a minutes restriction, but it's not like they crushed in the minutes he played, right? Like they
not
were, not last night.
Like OKC.
And so I don't. The Spurs. I agree with you, Brou. They looked awesome without him. He obviously, when he plays and is playing great, it looks like, man, how is this guy not dominating every single possession? So it seems like something they should tweak. But I think Wemby is very, sure that he and the Spurs have it figured out. So I'm very curious to see whether or not they do. They are coming off the best win anybody's had arguably in the league all year, the win over the Thunder in a meaningful game. Mm-hmm. But it would have been nice to see them. I thought the Knicks were going to win last night, but it would have been nice to see Wemby have his first, like you were talking about, moment. His first, game one of the year was a moment. He's had these unbelievable games, but because he's been hurt, they haven't been in the playoffs.
Bigger, oddly, than this.
Yeah.
You guys were making that point yesterday.
They may have had a little bit of a letdown, to be honest.
Gee whiz, it's for $500,000.
Yeah.
Let's get locked in.
Guys,
Well, but Wemby doesn't play for money. He told us that too.
That's fair. You can't.
Nick
criticize
is not.
that.
You're not a Wemby fan.
It's not that I'm not a Wemby fan. I don't like a 20-year-old French kid telling us how NBA basketball should be played.
You think the Thunder play a beautiful brand of basketball?
I hear you, and that's fair. But I will say, I hope it is indicative of a dog mentality.
It is.
I hope
He
it's
doesn't like
indicative
Chet.
of, yo, I'm coming in here to take over.
Okay.
All right, and you're right. You got to back that up.
Right. That's all.
But let's see if it.
All right, your
it's
thoughts on the
indicative.
banner? Sham said they are not hanging the banner in the garden, but there's no.
Okay.
quotes from
First of
anybody.
all, with respect to Madison Square Garden, there's a banner up there for Billy Joel's consecutive sellouts.
did sell that thing.
There's
Billy Joel.
It is not a championships only banner arena. It's not.
Well, because they
don't exactly. And I think the way the Lakers did it should have just been mandated by the league. This is what we're doing. If you win the NBA Cup, you are putting up not a championship banner, but a smaller designation. And it's going to be like a high school district championship thing where every year you win it, you put the year on it. So it's one
like
banner,
that. Yeah.
and so with the year on it, and it stays there. And you hang it once you win one, and then you add it
like
to
that.
show
I
that
think that's
this is something, but it's obviously not. It should not be in the same stratosphere as an actual championship, but it also shouldn't be. It's not like you won Summer League.
Right.
It is a
like
real
that.
thing. So I thought the way the Lakers did it was actually sharp and should have been the template moving forward. And I don't like that the Knicks are stymieing that momentum of this cool little tournament.
I think, but Dolan, who's had several issues with the league, seems.
He thinks he's sticking it.
I think
it might be it.
And if that was to come down from the league, my guess would be James Dolan said, "You cannot tell me what to do
In my arena.
in Madison Square Garden."
Maybe.
I think you're probably right.
Like the people are like, "Yeah, the Knicks are focused on a real championship. They won't hang the cup banner."
But you
That's
think
not
they
what
should
it
they
is.
should do something?
I think they should do. I think your idea is terrific. But yes, hang the banner. If and I get to talk about it's not a real banner.
Yeah.
The Lakers have
I know, but I think
17
it's-
championships. If they can find a room for this little banner, you can.
I think it's about revenue sharing. I don't think it's about.
No,
I mean, I think your
Pieces
point
of
might be
cloth.
right. I'm just saying, I wish the league would mandate it, but can he? Because you're right. Adam Silver works for the owner.
It's time now for a segment that grows more literal by the day. Must win. Nick is the reigning champion. Brou is the three-time champion. Greg hasn't won in months. Matthew Stafford looking to sweep the Seahawks, while Darnold looking to bounce back from that 4-interception day, which had people tweeting pumpkin emojis at me. Now, despite the turnovers, the game was still close. Here's the tale of the tape from the Week 11 matchup. The Rams only won by 2. Remember how good Seattle's defense was? I do. Okay, Nick, you're the reigning champion. You can, of course, pass or play, and as an added wrinkle, you can go clockwise or counterclockwise.
Wait,
no,
what?
we always go clockwise.
He chose clockwise.
And I am going to pass to Greg.
Cannot do that.
No,
If you want to pass, you have to pass.
No.
You said clockwise.
No.
Yes, you can.
We're going to
Clockwise.
go.
Oh, you can do it. Okay, yes.
Yes, thank you.
Wait,
I
what?
can.
Yes, he can.
Greg, you said
the
Greg
board
hadn't
is yours.
won in months. I want to let Greg start off.
It's off to
Okay,
a
here
I
we
also
go.
want to go
Here-
last on the last one.
Here we go.
That's a great
That's the
start.
bonus round.
Yeah, I know.
So here's the deal. This is a must-win for the Seahawks
Okay.
and their quarterback, Sam Darnold. And when you talk about exercising demons, there's no player that needs to exercise his demons more than Sam Darnold. Your team has stood up tall for you after losing, throwing 4 interceptions in your first matchup. Last time we saw you against this team, obviously, was the 4 interceptions. The time before that, you were with the Minnesota Vikings and you had sacked in the playoffs 9 times. Can you beat this team? So much is on the line. You win this game and your team is sitting in the driver's seat for the 1 seed.
Yeah.
You can't have your team standing up at the podium after the game because you were under intense pressure and you just couldn't defeat the pressure. Once again, 1 time, great, we'll give you a pass. 2 times, I'm out on you. You got to win this game against a team that you need to exercise your demons. They're going to pressure you. Stand up against the pressure and get it done.
Greg, it's a great answer.
So?
I like it a lot. However, you know what's bigger than this season alone?
Is he out of place?
What do you mean?
No, it's going this
It's
way.
clockwise, bro.
Deduct a point for
Brew,
that.
These
my
rules.
God.
Understanding what
You
clock
got to
trying
get
to-
this thing under control.
I did have it under
Because
control.
Nick is just running roughshod over the rules.
No,
it's supposed to be clockwise, and he went
You can
counterclockwise.
choose either way.
I choose who starts,
Choose who
and then
starts,
it goes
and then it goes
clockwise from
clockwise.
there. May I reclaim my time?
Goodness.
Reclaiming my time. It's a must-win for Matthew Stafford's Hall of Fame candidacy and legacy.
This is a good take here.
Because if we know anything about NFL MVP voters, they love nothing more than a late-season Josh Allen surge. Sure. It led to Josh coming in second place in MVP voting 4 years ago when he was nowhere near the top of any statistical category. A lot of people feel like last year it led to him stealing the MVP from Lamar Jackson and the very rare All-Pro MVP split where Lamar was first-team All-Pro quarterback, but Josh was MVP. You already see the groundswell for Josh. And if on national TV, potentially in a game without Devontae Adams, Matthew Stafford stumbles, that could be just enough for Josh to come surging through. Conversely, if Stafford plays great, they put a stranglehold on the 1 seed, and in a standalone window, we see all these great Stafford numbers. He can all but lock up the MVP, and that will all but lock up a seat for him in Canton. It is a must-win for Matthew Stafford's Hall of Fame candidacy.
As the 3-time champion, I know a little something about must win and how to win must win. And these two made
I'm
some
a 4-time
critical
champion
errors.
this year.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Greg, first of all, he didn't land the plane. He pointed out, you didn't play well against the Rams last week. It's not just the Rams. It's big games, period, for Sam Darnold. Big games, period. Rams, whoever, he doesn't show up in big games. And Nick let his personal bias in. He just does not want Josh Allen to win this MVP. He's not going to win MVP, but Nick is so focused on he can't win MVP, that he let that seep in. This is a must-win for Seattle and Sam Darnold. Sam, shut me up.
This is your take.
Shut me up.
This is your
No, my take, Greg's take is just the Rams. My take is it's any big game. Here's the graphic. It's not just a Rams graphic, all right? It's against good teams in big games. And we see Sam Darnold folds like a chair. Show me you see goalposts, Sam, not just ghosts when you play a big team. Thank you, Wild.
I liked it.
I gotta start taking a hammer and cracking it upside you guys' head because he just attacks us and then gives a take and then it's like
I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to give you advice.
Go first though.
On how to
That's
win
the
must
benefit
win.
of running the anchor leg.
I'm trying to give you
how it is.
advice.
That's the way it
Let
goes.
me take my jacket off.
Uh-oh. Jags headed to Denver in a battle of red-hot QBs. Here's the thing, though. Nobody wins in Denver. 12 straight home W's for the Broncos, and Boaz cooked. Look at this. The QBs go into Denver, and it's like, I can't, the altitude. God. Exhausted.
It's not the Holmes Mountain intro, bro.
Sorry. Must win?
It's a must-win, and this might not appeal to the judges, and by judges I just mean Kevin Wildes, but it's the truth. It's a must-win for UKW and your current monopoly over the Royal Trumpeters. Because if the Jacksonville Jaguars win this game and all of a sudden have a potential inside track of the 1 seed, and Trevor breaks that streak, and the whole strategy behind why we had to do the Royal Trumpeter trade was, well, we love them, and deep into the playoffs, we're obviously going to be talking about the Patriots, and the Jags are going to be long forgotten. Right. You're staring at a scenario where the Patriots are eliminated from the playoffs before the Jags playoffs have even started, thanks to a potential bye. So it's a must-win for KW must have the Broncos win, and the Broncos keep the Royal Trumpeters.
I want the Broncos to win.
Yeah, so the Jags don't ascend, obviously.
The Broncos have the 1 seed.
I understand, but that's fine. The Broncos ain't never getting the Royal Trumpeters. The Trevors on loan to you.
Tough sledding.
Yep. You're in a rough spot either way.
I wouldn't talk
in that
about it.
regard. Okay.
The Trumpeters are up for grabs.
Well,
it was
I
a
mean,
debate.
if his
It
team
was
gets
a bet.
eliminated.
I thought it was over.
It was.
I thought they're yours.
Yes.
I'm just throwing that out
all
there.
of a
I'm
sudden
just
he's spending his time talking about Trumpeters.
just dropping
before
some
everyone.
seeds out there for the
This should
Jets.
help you, Greg.
This is a must-win for Denver.
Denver.
12 straight wins at home. You got to keep that going.
Oh.
You 12 straight, like you say. And here's the thing.
Need 13.
The main thing is they want the number 1 seed. And I know this doesn't eliminate them from the number 1 seed,
No.
but it could put a dent in their chances
Yeah.
of getting it. You want the number 1 seed because you've been great at home, and you play in Denver, where the altitude does have a serious effect.
Yes, I
All
get
right,
that.
teams go up there and they struggle.
It's like
so
mile
you have a
high,
like a
home
mile
home
high.
field advantage,
Bro.
unlike any other.
Bro, you didn't
Win
do
this
this
game and
this
take the
one.
number 1 seed.
You said the Denver plays in Denver.
I got a little something to play with from that first one.
Okay.
Greg?
First
this
off,
is open.
being forced to
Let's
talk
see if
about
he
the
can take
Jags again, I mean,
back.
no one cares in
They're
America.
one of
clearly.
32 teams, guys.
However-
they're going to be one of 14 in the
like
playoffs.
Jags.
However, this is a must-win for the Jags. And Trevor Lawrence, can we see, are you really for real or fraudulent? Because the last time outing that we saw you, you had 48 points offensively,
Yeah,
and you
pretty
scored 6 touchdowns, and then again, as I will allude to, it was against the Jets.
Well,
No one's talking about that.
No, we watched you against the Indianapolis Colts. You didn't get touched. You didn't get sacked. Great job offensive line. You had a decent game. Last week against the
130
Jets, you put up 5 passing touchdowns, run for another one. You didn't get touched again. Now you're playing against a real defense.
Uh-oh.
The big boys. Welcome to the NFL, Trevor Lawrence. You're back in playoff type atmospheres. Can you really get it done? Or are you fraudulent? Look, I don't see you as a
You're good.
prince.
You're good.
Some do.
You're good. You're good. That was
Thank you for
that
the
was an
points.
easy W. Almost felt like they took it off. It was like a bye week for them, so I'd be
Wow.
What were you doing?
Shots fired at Greg.
No,
Well, I'm
Like,
just
the
saying,
only reason he
How
won because
many
we
points
mailed
is
it
this
in.
one?
This one's worth 2. So if you win this, you can take it
Well,
on
what is
home.
KW?
Patriots
Look
at
at this
Ravens. I don't know what this good
is
Door
doing.
Destiny
I
game.
love this.
Pat's trying to bounce back from a second half collapse. Strength versus strength, theoretically. The Ravens like to run. The Patriots like to stop the run, or at least we used to, as injuries has made our defense, run defense, a
Stop
little.
don't
little
make
weak.
excuses in the read.
It's not excuses. It's called explanations. People are here for analysis, not you talking about robes and.
I've
who
never
knows
said
what.
anything about robes.
Brou,
together.
You're starting off here. This is worth 2. So you can just walk home with this right now. There are 2
We
minutes
know
left.
it's a literal must-win for the Ravens.
It's
But this is a must-win for New England. All right? And here's why. Because you are on the verge of going from the doorstep of destiny to the doorstep of disrespect. The nerve of Vegas to take a 7-7 team that has been struggling for a month and a half, if not the whole season,
Yeah.
as favorites over the 11-win New England Patriots with an MVP candidate at quarterback, with a great head coach in Mike Vrabel, coming off a bad, horrible loss, and you're saying a 7-7 team is gonna beat them? That is the ultimate disrespect. And Wildes, you gotta get your mind right. You're sitting here thinking, oh, we're good for the next 10, 12 years. We got our quarterback. No, man. Let me show you something. Patrick Mahomes, you got to start thinking Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, second year as a starter, Nick, what's he do? Wins the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, second year as a starter, what's he do? Reaches the Super Bowl. Brock freaking Purdy, second year as a starter, reaches the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts, second year as a starter, reaches the Super Bowl. Show me something, New England Patriots, and win this game and show me that you can reach the Super Bowl and you're not on the doorstep of disrespect.
I mean, something.
Y'all just want to,
Nope, we got to go
we got to
fast,
move
though.
on.
This is a double must win.
Wow.
Absolutely. Double must win. Obviously, I'm going to talk about the Ravens. The Ravens, everything is on the line and on the table. Harbaugh, your job is on the line. Is Lamar going to actually play? Is he going to be the caliber MVP level Lamar that we have come accustomed to seeing? What are we going to get for the Ravens? Are they going to play for their coach or just lie down and allow this New England Patriots team to roll into the postseason with a little bit of momentum? If you're the New England Patriots, Drake May, this is about you. It's not even necessarily about winning the actual game. You can't play bad. You can't play bad, because if you play bad, there's no hope going into the postseason.
So we don't have to win?
We're doubting if you get to the postseason, do we have the quarterback that can get it done? But if you play great and you just fall to the Ravens, well, that was a scrappy team. They needed to win. They didn't want to lose out, and they played for their coach. All those things come into play. Drake May, you got to play well.
So it's
a double must win. It's a must win for the Ravens, must win for Drake
May.
May.
It's not about winning.
Okay. Listen,
Very interesting.
KW, I'll
Very
be very quick because
interesting.
Dust says we have to move on. I understand that this show is about entertainment, this segment in particular.
What?
But it is important that at times we try to add some information to the discourse. We just spent 5 minutes on this game, and no one has mentioned the only real news about this game, which is Lamar Jackson, shockingly, didn't practice today. Now you're like, oh, is it rest like last week? No. Is it injury related like before? No. It's his, annual December cold that he gets, so he's out with flu-like symptoms, which makes this an unequivocal must-win for the Patriots. The Ravens are done either way. The Patriots can bounce back and say, hey, we let our eye off the ball for a minute in Buffalo. We're going to lock up the division anyway. We can end the Ravens season. We can be rolling going into the playoffs. They're the only real contender on the field this weekend. They are being disrespected by Vegas. Lamar is out sick. The Patriots have to win the game.
Is Lamar out sick for the game?
Don't know yet. The flu's a nasty bug.
For the game. You didn't
Believe it
win.
or not,
Thank you.
Greg finally gets his first win of
What?
December.
Bro, you had no shot.
You had
Hold on.
You had
he
no
said it
shot.
was a double must win.
Bro,
and
you
then
had-
it made sense to
well,
me.
you don't have to win. You just got to play well. Like,
made sense.
What does
to
it
me.
mean? Is that a scoring error? You wrote it in Brou.
Because he knows. Because he really knows. I deserved it.
wasn't
Definitely don't.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.